So we're live. This is your CEO, Octavian Anthony, and from KempSourcing.com. And I wanted to come live today, guys, to basically talk to you about what we're actually doing for all of our clients, all of our customers, actually any new customers that we're going to be taking on. I wanted to introduce to you guys our websites and what we're basically doing and implementing for our current website customers and all new website owners that are thinking about starting their own e-commerce company, or you're actually just thinking about starting your own business, but you didn't know quite where to start or where to begin, right? And so I want to tell you some important things about setting up a website. Many people tell you, you need a website to do business, but they don't tell you the steps into going into creating a website and putting your website on the first page of Google, uh, doing Google Analytics, making sure your website actually is everywhere socially, and your identification for your address and your phone number, everything is actually the same throughout the entire internet, right? Because you don't want to have any conflicting information on your website. You want to make sure that when you are actually creating a website, first of all, it's aesthetically pleasing to the eye. You're going to have enough information on your website that's going to attract customers and allow them to stay on your website versus them going to a competitor's website or going somewhere else to shop. All right. And so that's what this video is about. It's about setting up your website right, doing SEO, making sure your website comes to the first page in Google, which is very, very important, right? One of the things that people don't know when setting up a website is that they should have a website that's going to communicate with Google and speak with it, like the same language, to be able to give it crawlability to take it to the first pages of Google. And so that's what this kind of video is going to be about. This is kind of going to help you to get to that point, even if you don't have a website or even if you do have a website. Some of you might have a website, but you're still not getting sales, right? You're still not generating enough customers to be able to give enough traffic flow to come to your page, right? You need to know, what are those things I should do to get that traffic to my page? Because it means nothing to have a website, right? You just have a website, you have a product, but there's billions of websites. Look, just think about it. There's billions of people in the world, and there's millions and millions, probably even billions of websites that have been created and domains that have been taken and just, been purchased. But it's just a domain, right? It's just a website. How are people are going to scour the internet and find your company amongst all those other million companies that are on the World Wide Web, right? And that's what this video is about. It's trying to help you resolve that issue and get your page on the first page of Google. So that way you get enough traffic just from Google for people to find your product or find your business or find your shop or find your store, right? This is the route that you want to take, right? So a lot of you are dying and trying to figure out how to do Facebook ads. A lot of you are dying trying to figure out how to do Google ads, and you don't know where to start. You've been searching for YouTube videos. I mean, you've been looking at mastermind meetings. You've been going from group to group, and you are trying to figure out, what is the best niche for me to get into? What should I sell? Like, what can I sell in a world of millions of people and everybody is already selling things? Like, how can I just jump into an industry and carve my niche and make, 100,000, six figures or seven figures? Like, what can I do? Right. And the first thing that's going to get you to that point, guys, you got to have a website, right? You must have a website. But not only do you have to have a website, that website has to rank in Google. And I want to show you guys something here. We just basically came out with a soap, which is called Lime Soft or Limestone Soap, right? And I want to physically show you this soap. Now, our company has only been out a month and a half, okay? So this is a month and a half that you have seen Limestone Soap, right? One of the main benefits of you creating a brand or creating a product is to get it seen by thousands of people, if not even a thousand, hundreds of thousands of people, so you can become, self-employed, millionaire, thousandaire, whatever whatever you want to call it, right? But most of us are trying to get to that seven-figure mark, right? So you can retire your family, you can live a great life, you can travel the world, right? So I want to show you guys. I don't want to just talk about it. I want to be about it. I don't want to, you have a lot of people online telling you that they're able to get you great SEO. We can move you up to the top of Google. You just pay us $29.99. You pay us $2,995, and we will get you sales, right? But they don't show you. They don't actually give you a physical website or a physical product to show you that, hey, we can take this company that no one knows about, no one has ever heard of, right? and make it go to the top of Google and make it an international or a national brand, right? And this is what I'm going to show you guys. This is a soap that I created, all right? And this is called Lime Soft soap, right? This is my brand. So basically, I took a soap and made it out of limestone rock, which is from Jamaica. And nobody has ever heard of the soap before. It is a new brand that I created from scratch. And I didn't listen to people to say, hey, how are you going to sell something and you're not famous? You're not a celebrity, right? You're just a normal guy who thinks he's an entrepreneur. So how in the world are you going to take a product and sell it and nobody knows anything about it? That's the amazing thing about the internet, guys, and social media. You can take a product from scratch, right? You can create it from start to finish by creating your business name, going to the Secretary of State website of wherever county or state you live in. You go to the IRS and get a tax ID number, right? This is where it all starts out. And once you do that, you get a telephone number, you get your telephone squared away, and you get you a virtual address. Never do it at your house address. And bam, you bring something into this world, which is owned by you, your own product, and you don't have to worry about getting sued because somebody else or you're copying or replicating something else from someone else. This is mine. We own it. I own Line Soft brand. And I want to show you guys how I took this soap, this brand. I want you to take a look at this Lime Soft brand. I'm a nobody, right? I'm an entrepreneur, a serial entrepreneur who's became very, very successful doing e-commerce, but I'm transitioning over to a product because I always teach myself, not only other people, I teach myself, it's always about branding. You want to know why Phil Knight and Nike in Oregon created this multi-billion-dollar corporation, Nike? He didn't he took a logo. He actually didn't even pay for the logo. Got it from a student for free to make that logo. Didn't even pay for it, right? And now Nike is a multi-billion-dollar company, all because somebody had a vision and a dream. And this is the same thing that I'm having with this soap. So I want to show you something. I created this soap a month and a half, right? A month and a half ago, right? And you wouldn't even imagine, like, if you type in limestone, the name of this soap is Limestone Irish Sea Moss and Honey. I'm going to show you on my screen. I'll split the screen here, and I'm actually going to show you guys. Let me try to see if I can share it here. I want to show you when you type in Limestone Irish Sea Moss and Honey, my company and my website for this soap is the #1 name in Google. Let me say that again, right? And I can brag about this because this is a 1 month, and this is what my company does, guys, is we take you from zero, no existence at all in the entire universe, and we create your site. And then after we create it, we start immediately doing SEO for your site. And once we do that SEO for your site, guys, you become on the first page of Google. Now, I went over and beyond because this is my product, right? This is something that I want to become a billionaire off of. And so I said, why just be on the first page? Why not be #1? Why not be #1 on Google, right? I'm going to show you guys. I'm just not going to talk about it. We're going to be about it, right? So I'm going to share with you guys right now. This is a screen here. I'm going to share it real quick. If you can see here, I typed in Google, guys, I want to see myself while I'm talking to you, right? If you don't know, Google is the #1 browser in the world, right? Not just in the United States, not just in Africa, or not just in Asia. Listen to what I'm saying. Google is the #1 browser in the world. Culture Couture, yes, we do offer samples. I give you 2 bars of our samples. You would just be responsible for the shipping. So you'll be responsible. I think it's like $7 on something for the shipping, $7.99 for the shipping, going through the post office from California, and you would get a limestone Irish sea moss, and you would get a limestone and peppermint, and those are my two brands. I actually have 18 brands already created, but we're pulling them out a little bit at a time. So I have these first 2 brands here. So yes, I'll give you 2 samples of it. You just pay the shipping, $7.99, and it'll get to you probably in 3 days, right? This soap, I want you guys to understand. So when we become a billion-dollar company, you understand where we came from. So I just created this brand 1 month. Listen to me, 1 month and a half. Do you guys understand when you create a new company, sometimes it takes years before you to rank in Google? You guys do understand that, right? This is something that my company, Horizon Ad Agency, this is what we do for a living. is we take zero, something that's not even created, and we turn it into the number one brand or company in the world. Now, you guys got to understand this. I'm not just talking about this and showing this to you. You're physically seeing this. A lot of people talk about it. I'm being about it, right? You're physically seeing this. This is the physical product that I created, right? If I type in, because I'm the first one to have this, limestone, Irish, and sea limestone, Irish sea moss, and honey, and you type that in, I typed it in Google here for you guys, and you can do it on your own as well. And culture couture, I'm probably saying that wrong. Culture couture. That's how SEO works. So if you're really good at SEO, you're able to take a company that is not even ranked in Google, and technically it take most people 6 months to a year to be on Google, but because my company we focus on SEO, we can do it in 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, and put you at the top of Google. Now, I don't really know how a lot of people, when you travel to different places in the world, one of the first companies I use is Google, right? When I'm looking for a restaurant, I mean, if I'm looking for anything, I go to Google and I type in what is the closest things near me. And what people don't understand is that SEO is one of the most important parts of business because if you come up on the first page of Google, not only you look at my page, I'm number one in Google when you type in, and I'm still actually working on other keywords to keep me ranked on the first spot in Google for this limestone Irish sea moss and soap. Now, keep in mind, limestone soap. I've seen some people create limestone soap with other concoctions, but this has never been done. Limestone Irish. Dr. Sebi always talks about Irish sea moss, and I wanted to concoct that and put it together. And the properties of limestone is exfoliating, it clears up dark spots, it gets rid of eczema. The soap works; it gives you an exfoliation and a glow. Guys, I use the soap myself, and my skin. I don't know if you can tell it now in my office here, but my skin is very shiny when I use this limestone soap. Limestone is actually used, and I want you to research it. It's actually used also in toothpaste. It's used in construction material. I mean, this stuff is used for everything, but people just didn't think about making it into a soap. If you do all this other stuff, why not make it into a soap that helps people with eczema, helps people with bad skin? My skin is terrible when I get in the shower, I take a shower. I'm always itching. When I take a shower with the limestone soap, the itching is gone. So it does heal or stop eczema. If you have children, if you have dark spots, eczema, what's the other stuff? The craters in your skin. This soap does wonders. I have not given this soap to anyone yet, right? And it's been a month and a half. I have not given this soap to any person and they had something bad to say about it because it truly works, right? I don't actually have to sell it. You don't have to sell it. Here's what I recommend people become an affiliate. Become an affiliate and tell other people about it. As you can see, I want you guys to think about this. As you guys can actually see, we're number one in Google. When you type up that ingredient, we are number one in Google. So it's not very hard. I'll tell you what's gonna happen. See, sometimes things take a long time for people to catch on. Sometimes they're out 6 months, 3 months, 4 months. But once people catch it, once they finally get it, I saw a song Chris Brown did probably about 6 years ago, and then it got on TikTok. Somebody played this video on TikTok and it blew up and went viral, right? So you want to always start with things in the beginning and get to the front of it, kind of like this network marketing stuff. You want to always be in the front of something. And then once it goes viral, you already have a platform or, to have a foundation because you're going to be that person to provide this soap in your area. One of the things that I said I was going to do is I was going to go to places like Whole Foods, a lot of these organic soap resellers, and get them to carry the soap because nobody has it, right? It's never been made. So this is going to be something that you can be the forefront of in your town, in your city. There are many, many stores that carry organic soaps, right? This is eco-friendly, organic. It's not unhealthy. You don't have all these crazy things that bleach your skin in it. It just does it automatically. Guys, most of the product that like the natural, this is like a natural. This stuff is natural from the earth. You don't want all these chemicals in your skin, guys, that's going to bleach you and change your colors. This soap will heal all of your impurities in your skin from natural product. The honey that's harvested is from a beehive. Like I actually saw the beehive when I was there. They almost got stung by the beehive when I was actually in Jamaica creating this soap with the manufacturer. And they told me one of the first things they said, hey, Anthony, don't go over there. Those bees will sting you. I said, but you just walking by the beehive. Why didn't I sting? The bees know us. I'm like, how do bees know? I guess by scent or whatever, but the bees knew the owners of the factory. But when I would go close, they would try to sting me. And I was like, this is crazy, right? But this was in my mind. I'm thinking, you know what? This is going to be $1 billion soap because it actually works. Once I finished the soap, before I left Jamaica, I took one of my samples and I gave it to a young lady whose skin was terrible. Listen, when I tell you she had craters, and we have a lot of pictures as well, guys, to show people's skin, the before and after. And so this young lady tried every product she can possibly find, and it didn't work for her skin. Skin was bad. I didn't sell it to her. I just told her what I use it. I use the soap. Even the manufacturer started using the soap and said, "Oh my God, Anthony, you have came up with something." She said, it's amazing that you came to me to create this limestone and Irish sea moss soap because I had a vision." And then this woman told me, they were Rastas. She said, I had a vision of creating limestone, but I was very afraid to create it because I've never done it before. And now you confirmed it. You came to me and you gave me this idea, even though I dreamed about this idea. And I was like, that's how God works. That's how it works, man. You people are aligned who have the same goals and have the same visions. People always align. I don't know how the universe brings these people together. I was just randomly in Jamaica. I saw people on a raft rubbing limestone on their bodies. These fine women, letting these Jamaican, these big old swole. And as a matter of fact, when I saw these swole Jamaican dudes with dread, I was like, man, I'm going back home to lift weights. I ain't want no soap rubbed on my body. But the first thing I'm thinking, God, dog, these women coming from Europe, America, everywhere to get limestone rock rubbed on their bodies to exfoliate their skin and make them feel cool and soothing. So let me create this into a product. Let me create this and put it in the stores and sell this stuff so it helps people. Not only is help their skin and help their appearance and their how they glow, but it also helps them to make money, right? And so, guys, what I do, as you can see, you see the limestone Irish sea moss here is #1 in Google. It only took me a month and a half for my company, Horizon Ad Agency. And so this is something that I will do for everyone who wants to be a part of this company, right? If you want to be a part of a growing company that's going to be a multi-billion-dollar company, I would charge you to join in, be an affiliate. It's free. You go on our website, you sign up, you don't pay anything. When you send someone to purchase this product from your link, you get paid up to 15% commission for doing nothing. Guys, people become millionaires off affiliate programs. Y'all understand that you don't have to even sell a product. You can just tell people, hey, you heard about that limestone soap? Man, it gets rid of eczema and they use it and it works. You get paid. A lot of people don't understand the internet business or making money on social media. They just think people are just posting just to get like, attention or jokes. There's a reason people do everything, guys, right? The reason why I'm trying to educate people on how to take a product and create it from scratch and sell it, even if you're not a celebrity or even if you're not well known, it doesn't matter about you as a person. You're selling a product that people need and that's going to help. And once you do that, guys, you're going to excel and you're going to make millions of dollars. Listen, I can speak from experience. I've made millions of dollars, guys, in the past 6 years. I've hit 5 million in gross. I've even hit 7 million in gross, guys, in sales. So you're speaking to somebody who had nothing. I ain't have no silver spoon in my mouth when I came up, guys. I was broke. I went through a rough life just like everybody else. I didn't have it free where I had a free lunch meal to school, right? I was on, we went on no Section 8, but we was doggone near close to it. We was getting free cheese. Those big blocks of cheese from the government, they was giving us those free blocks of cheese. We was going to food banks. I was eating Feed a Kid. I don't know if you guys are from the States where I'm from, if you're watching this video, but we have a program every summer called Feed a Kid. I used to call it Feed a Kid. I didn't know what that meant. But Feed a Kid is just what it says. They feed kids during the summer. So during the summer, you get like a brown little bag, a little sack lunch with a box juice inside, with maybe a plum or an applesauce and a freaking thick behind cold cut bologna sandwich. And every day in the summer, they had that program, and I would go to that program. So we went on Section 8, but we were so close to it, right? And so I don't have a story to tell you I was forced to create this soap because I was just homeless, even though I was homeless for a year, but I wasn't homeless all my life, right? I've always had visions. I've always had dreams. I've always had goals. And I said, you know what? Someday I'm going to be this. Someday I'm going to create this, and this is going to make me a millionaire, right? If I just told you, oh, I've been a millionaire all my life, how most people come on the internet and lie. Most people, not even most, all, listen to me. Every person that you see that comes on the internet, whether they are successful or they are not, they are liars. And I'm going to tell y'all, even myself, everything that people come on here, you never come online or the internet and put your worst situations online. When people come online and they sell you their programs and they'll tell you about their product, they will never show you the truth. They will never show you when they're not making no money. They always want you to see the positive outcome of their business so they can get you to join or get you to do this or get you to do that. Can you imagine if our real lives displayed on a big jumbotron screen when we were promoting or when we were talking to a crowd of people, and our actual life came up on the screen and showed when we didn't have any money? It showed where we told people we're worth $20 million and we're actually living paycheck to paycheck. See, a lot of people are living in a fantasy world on social media, where on social media they look wealthy. They look like they got it all together. But in actuality, behind the real scenes, when they log off the internet and then they go home to their family, they're struggling check to check like everyone else. But on the outside looking in, you don't see when they're arguing. You don't see when they're fighting. You don't see when they're going from multiple relationship to multiple relationship. You don't see where they have a bad relationship with their mother or their father. You don't see where they're abusing their kids. You don't see where they're abusing their spouses or their girlfriend. All that stuff you never see. But what you see is an act. You see, wow, they're successful. I wish I had their life. I wish I was able to create a product and sell $1 million in a month, right? But this is where I come on and I'm authentic. I tell people some days I don't make a penny, and some days I make 3,000. And I wanted to come on and do this video and be authentic with people, because most people get so caught up in social media. Most people get so caught up in the internet. Most people get so caught up in what other people are doing. And when you start getting caught up in what other people are doing, you can never move forward in your life or your business, right? If I'm thinking about what Joe is doing, because Joe is riding around in a Bentley. Joe got multiple wives, girlfriends, and he looked like he's having a great time, right? But what I don't know is that Joe is on the brink of suicide. But his life looks good on the internet, right? You almost have to, and I pay a lot of attention to entertainers and celebrities, and I analyze their life just like I analyze my life. A lot of people online have to create characters for people to listen. You have to create an imaginary person that people online will pay attention to, which is called entertainment. You almost got to trick people to listen to you and lie to them in order for it to get their attention. And once you get their attention, right, then you can plug in your real message. And I'm gonna want y'all to peep game real quick. A lot of you guys that probably are online, a lot of you will come across this video. I know a lot of people don't go on my live because they don't want to know that I see them watching. I don't know if you guys see a young man online by the name of Charleston White, and this guy's a genius. This guy has been fighting for civil rights and fighting for all type of rights in the school system. He's been doing this for over 20 years, but nobody never knew who he was because he was just a black man in a small city that no one knew about, but he only did it locally. And Charleston White became very smart. He said, you know what? People love negative. They love negativity. That's going to get their attention. And once I get their attention, I'm going to divert to who I really am. So Charleston White started talking about all kind of crazy stuff, talking about people dead, children. I mean, he talking about rappers and talking about gang members. He talked about stuff that people would never touch. People would be afraid to touch, and he did it. He created a monster. People hated Charleston Wright in the beginning. But what he did was, once he got the platform, once he started getting people to listen to him, now he started diverting over to let people know who he really is, how smart he is. He started apologizing to people. He started to let people know, actually, the person who you thought I was, that's not me. This is who I really am $1 million later. That's what he is showing the world. So now every time I look online and I see a Charleston White video, it's him talking about the truth. It's him talking about how is him talking about things that he's went through and things that he's fighting for. And now he has an audience. At first, he started off to this man is smart. This man is a genius because he understands the system, right? And listen, we all can be a Charleston White. I ain't talking about the negative aspect, but Charleston White has become a millionaire is because he knew how to work social media. The most thing that you can do to become successful in any business is knowing how to work and control and manage social media, right? This is what we have mastered. This is what allowed us to get where we are today. It's social media. You take a product like this and start it from scratch or zero, and you get it to be the first in Google. That is a starting point, right? And once you start, you continue to build, right? Here's what I am willing to do for anybody who is a part of our soap brand, anybody that becomes an affiliate. This is something that I am doing across the board. I am willing to teach you how to become successful using SEO the same way I just did. You can see my soap. Go and type in limestone Irish sea moss. I'm the first company in Google, and I didn't pay for it. I didn't pay Google to sponsor me and make me number one. I put in my hard work with my company, and we did enough SEO for my keywords to push me in Google in a month and a half. This is the exact thing that I want to do for you guys. I want to be able to help you get to the next level. And it doesn't have to even be the soap, right? This is just something that I know is going to blow up and make billions of dollars, but it doesn't specifically have to be the soap, guys. If you have connection to China, you can make millions of dollars within a year, right? And that's one of the first things that I did before I started doing e-commerce. I went to the source. When I say I went to the source, I traveled to China, I traveled to Turkey, I traveled to Indonesia, I traveled to Vietnam. I went to all these places physically and stayed until I learned the business and stayed until I was able to secure enough relationships to be able to run a multi-million dollar corporation in the US. These are the things that you have to do. And if you want to become successful, you must follow successful people. Now, are there going to be some bad days that you're not going to make any money? Of course there are. But that's not a reason to quit. That's not a reason to turn your back on e-commerce or turn your back on your own business just because you don't make money. You know, some days I don't make nothing. But do you think I wake up and say, you know, it's over? The end of the world is here. I don't even know how I got to pay my bills. No, keep it pushing. Because guess what? Tomorrow can be a better day. Today you may not make squat, but tomorrow you might make $1,000, right? You live to fight another day. That's why I don't understand, why people quit. There is no reason to quit. No matter how hard you try, and if you fail, never quit. As long as you don't quit, guys, you cannot fail. This is what people don't understand. They think, oh man, I'm not successful in the first year I did business. This is not for me. I'm not a salesperson. You don't have to be a salesperson, guys. You're only following a format. You take a format and you follow it and you implement that format and you let it work for you. Ladies and gentlemen, there is no way in this world, if you have people that live on this earth that can be millionaires and billionaires and you have to work a 9 to 5. Y'all not understanding what I'm even talking about. When I do these videos and give gems and stuff and people just take it with stride and don't even pay attention to it. And they just be like, just another one of those crazy videos. No, if people in this world are millionaires and billionaires, then you could do the exact same thing. All the information is out here in the world. All the tools that you need to become a millionaire are here. You trying to tell me that you can't make $200 to $300 a day and there's billions of products in the entire world. You can't find one. How stupid can you be if you can't just find one product to sell? If you want to know what to sell, sell what you use. When you go somewhere and you buy something, why are you buying it? Because you like it and you want it. And that's how you sell product, guys. You find stuff that people like and what they want. You're not going to go sell something that nobody even heard of before. Why would you even do that? So when you sell something, think about yourself. Think about when you go to stores, what do you like? What do you buy? What entices you to go and buy a hamburger, a double quarter pounder with cheese from McDonald's? What entices you to do that? What entitles you to want to go and get a ocean water slushy or a coconut slushy from Sonic's? What entices you to do that? What entices you to buy? So if you want to learn how to be a successful e-commerce or entrepreneur, find out what people like yourself buy. People never know. I just don't know what to sell. There's so much stuff being sold on Amazon and everything's so saturated. No, it's not. Because if everything was saturated and you couldn't sell anything, then you wouldn't buy anything from the store. You wouldn't be on Amazon searching for stuff to purchase if e-commerce was dead. You know how many times I find myself, and I have access to everything. You know how many times I find myself going on Amazon and purchasing things that I could have went and bought from the store, but I purchased it because of convenience. I don't have to leave my house. It just comes to my door in one day, sometimes same day, right? The convenience of it. So if you want to learn how to sell something online, think about convenience. What can I sell that somebody needs and it would be convenient for me to sell it, where they don't want to have to go to the store and go purchase it? What service can you introduce to somebody? So you don't have to recreate the wheel, guys. Everything in this world has already been created. You only have to duplicate it and implement. That's it. And everything can start out just from you, one person. That's what we are actually here for, is we help you build a site. And guys, with my sites, these sites that we create for you cost about 15 to 2 grand. Unfortunately, I want to help people and I'm doing it for $500 discount. And I'm going to give you over $5,000 worth of value in all the software that I'm going to give you. Now, you ain't going to be able to keep it. All this software that I'm giving you is a $5,000 value. I'm not giving it to you after 30 days. After 30 days, you see that we promote for you, and then you see you're getting recognized on Google, and you're on the first page of Google. Then I want you to tell me, okay, Mr. Anthony, I see you guys built me a beautiful website. I'm getting new customers now. Because at the end of the day, it's about customers, right? If we're not really giving you customers, then it doesn't make sense for me to even promote this or tell you I'm going to help you conjure up some business, right? So we're willing to give you the site, and I'm willing to give it to you for 30 days, which I normally never do. Okay. So I'm going to give you the site for 30 days. But here's the kicker. Anybody who signs up with a site this month, you will get $5,000 worth of product. When I say product, I mean to your website. So we're going to put 50 items on your page that you can drop ship. And we're going to drop ship this to your clients so you don't actually have to purchase product. Okay. Drop shipping is something a little bit different, where you post our pictures. We drop ship it from China directly to the client. Okay. Now, anything that comes from China, of course, it takes a little bit more time because it's coming from overseas. All right. But anything that's coming from the US, which is California, you would get it in 3 to 5 days. Recommended is probably good to order from California. I have a lot of product here that I have to liquidate that I'm getting rid of. And so these are some things that you guys can start out with, like perfumes. If you decide to create a site with us, again, I'm giving you a $2,000 site for 500 bucks, and I'm going to give you an opportunity to plug in all the perfumes we have here in Georgia and California, basically Cali right now, right? And so perfume is a number one hit. Perfume will always sell January through December. If you don't believe me, go to the mall. As soon as you walk in there, you'll see J.C. Penney's, Macy's, every retail store or department store sells perfume and cologne. We have all the top colognes and perfumes, and they smell identical. Cannot even tell that they come from us. Okay. Some of them smell better than the originals and they last longer than the originals. That's just how we got it. All right. And so you cannot go wrong with perfume. So setting up a site, even if you don't even have an idea of what in the hell you want to do, we're giving you the blueprint. Create your site, sell perfume. That is going to generate you at least 3 to 4 grand a month in extra income. I'm telling you this format because this is what I did. All right. You also want to sell electronics. All right. And so one of the things that I'm going to allow you guys to do, we used to do this a lot when I was in China, is I always went to the markets and showed everybody what was in the market before it even came out in the United States, 2 months ahead of time. This allowed people to be able to be in front of all the other Chinese suppliers, right? Because I would always bring products that no one knew about to the US first. The US market is always the last to get anything. It's always that way. So when products are created in China, they go to Europe first. I don't know why they send it to Europe. I guess because Europe, they spend more money. I have no idea. But when products are created in China, they're already always sent to Europe first. And then 3 months later, America gets those products. So me being from America, shit, I'm gonna go out here and I'm gonna see what they're giving to Europe, and I'm gonna just take that and send it to the United States. And Chinese suppliers used to copy me. Once they see a product and I sell it, then they know, well, that's what we're supposed to be selling. And we were the leading supplier company in the United States for the past 6 years. The leading, right? Um, Somebody says, "What's the quality smell do?" But been finding it hard for how long it lasts. Um, I don't know if you buy from us or not, culture couture. Um, but if you do, always ask for the highest quality, because we sell different grades as well. Sometimes I sell a lot to the low end market. When I say low end market, like the hood, like the flea markets. A lot of the flea markets don't want to spend the money for the higher quality, so we'll do like the generic lower brand, the lower quality. They have a lower, a middle, and the highest, which is basically closest to the stores, the retail stores, and the packaging is also closer to the retail. The lower end perfume is for flea markets. It's going to be in cheap packaging. It's going to be in cheaper material quality as well for the perfume. And it's going to have a more like an alcohol scent to it, more of an alcohol base. All perfume is made out of alcohol, guys. The ones you buy at the stores are made out of alcohol. I know there's a lot of times when we sell a perfume to people, I have some people making, 5 and 10 grand off the perfume, and some who are not making much because they don't follow the blueprint. And then they'll say, "I smell alcohol." You're supposed to. You're just not supposed to smell a lot of alcohol, right? That is how the perfume is created, with alcohol. You guys didn't know. Unless it's an oil, then there's not going to be perfume. But if it's a perfume, you are going to have some alcohol. All right. So just so everybody knows. And so it's just basically, you don't want something that's so alcohol based that it's got you smelling like brute or some crap. Um, Perfume is always a go, right? For you to actually bring and generate 2 to 3 grand a month in perfume sales. And I would always tell you, you want to start, listen, this works every time, like clockwork. You're always going to start out at barbershops and salons. The most traffic, of people come all from all over walks in life, all over the world, politicians, drug boys, everybody comes to the barbershop, right? And so I would recommend you starting your business through the barbershop and the salons because a lot of people visit those places frequently. Okay. If you are a local entrepreneur and you want to grow your business, first of all, you're going to get a website from us because we know how to do it. That's what we specialize in. That's how we got us to be so successful. You're going to get a site from us for $500. Again, this site is worth $2,000, but I'm giving it to you for 500 for the end of this month. And we're going to give you everything. We're going to give you your Google reviews with your clients. We're going to get them to do Google reviews on your page to kind of move you up in Google. We're going to put you over 100 websites all over the internet to make sure your information is the exact same on all 100 platforms, right? In the yellow pages, everywhere. Apple.com. We're going to put you everywhere, right? There's tons of websites that you can basically put your company on to kind of make you go viral and make you go to the top page of Google. We're going to do SEO for you as well for your backlinks. So when people say, hey, looking for local perfume in wherever you live, your company pops up first. There's a process, guys. There's a technique to this that allows you to be able to do this, right? People don't have no idea. They don't know. They just think that once you set up a website that you just become rich. And man, it's so much that goes on behind the scenes that make you wealthy, right? You can start off by yourself, but you got to have processes in place. Everything should work on autopilot when you're setting up your company. You don't want to physically be doing nothing, guys. When you're thinking about setting up a business, I want you to always think and have a mindset. How can I set my business on autopilot so I can travel to Dubai? If I want to work from Dubai on the side of the beach, I can do that. That's what everybody's thought process should be like. How can I set up a company and still not have to work a 9 to 5 and travel and still make money? If a company can't tell you how to put your business on autopilot and allow it to work while you're enjoying your time, it's not the right company. That's what we do. We teach you how to put your business on autopilot so you can go to the Caribbeans. So you can go get rubbed down, big swole Jamaican dude. If you're a dude, so you can go overseas to Cambodia and Thailand. And if you're single, you can go have whatever woman you want. Everybody has an idea of what they want to do in their life. Whatever you want to do, that's the reason you create a business. You create businesses so you can have time to spend with your family and raise your family. That's why you create, but you don't create businesses just to work every day. Is that what most people think? You create a business so you can go to work every day? No. People literally create businesses so they can sell it. Go do something else. Do y'all know why I'm doing business? I don't like e-commerce actually. I only did it because it got me wealthy. If it didn't get me wealthy, I wouldn't have been doing it, right? But technically, I don't like e-commerce because you have you got to deal with people. You got to deal with a lot of people, and especially when you're selling thousands of products, and some of those products mess up or act up or whatever, right? You got to communicate with these people. And I'm gonna tell you, the hardest people to work with is Black people. Oh my God, my own people. It's so hard to work with Black folks because they expect your business to be 1,000% perfect, but they expect everybody else's business can be a 50%. But when you're Black owned, you got to work on higher standards than most companies. Literally, you do. If you're Black owned, and they figure, okay, he should be operating on a 1,000% level, not 50%. But any other business can work on 50%, and they let it slide. Right? It's part of it. And so, for me and my company, what I like to do is when I create and make money, I like to sell properties, sell houses, invest, do Airbnbs. That's what I like doing, right? You can see I buy houses cash. This is what I enjoy doing, right? I don't want to do no e-commerce, but I know I made millions of dollars doing it. So why would I stop? Right. And even if I, get in trouble for it, I've had cease and desist letters from the feds. I've been visited by the feds. They've confiscated millions of dollars of product in California from me. So literally, I don't want to do e-commerce anymore, but it does pay the bills, right? And until you can get it to stop paying the bills, or until you can find something else to transition over to, then you do it. Right. And so that's exactly what I have been doing. Right. So I'm slowing down doing e-commerce, but I'm showing other people how to create a website to sell your e-commerce so you can become a millionaire. It's possible. I did it in what, 2 years, 2 to 3 years. Struggle for a very long time, like just being real. Struggle for a very long time. Had a lot of negative feedback from my family, parents, brothers, everybody. Oh man, you crazy, man. Like, just go get a job, bro. That's why you should have finished school, man, because you could have just went and got a job. You didn't have to worry about that, man. Just go work, man. He's so lazy. 6 years later, still ain't working. Just working for myself now, right? Teaching people how to get to where I've got. All right. And I find myself a lot of times not being able to relate to most people because a lot of people don't have the work ethic that you might have, right? And here's one of the things that made me realize that we waste a lot of time in our lives, guys, when we are waking up every day. I was locked up for 2 months in jail in my hometown for just going through some stuff with my ex, and a lot of lies were told. They gave me contempt of court for not replying to paperwork, and I sat there for 2 months, and it made me realize how precious time is being locked up. I can't even imagine dudes that go to jail for 3 or 4 years and 6 and 7 and 10 and 20 years. I can't imagine, because I was in there for 2 months going crazy because I was like, I just want to read a book, like a updated book. That those were the things I was saying when I was locked. I was like, I just want to read an updated book. I just want to see a updated movie. They had us watching movies on the iPad that we had to pay like a dollar and something every minute to watch a movie, and it was movies from like 1985, Mary Poppins and crap like that. They didn't give you nothing else other than that. And I had done been in there 2 months. I watched every movie on that Android pad. Every movie over I had watched. Every last one of them. And I'm saying to myself, every morning I wake up like 6 a.m. in the morning, I would clean up all the sales for these young little busters, hard heads. And I would just think, I was like, man, when I get out of here, whenever I get out of here, even the guys I went in jail with, we came in the same time, they were leaving. All of them was leaving before me. Like, man, keep your head up, brother. You're gonna be out of here soon. And I'm just shaking my head. My God. Everybody came in with me, they gone. I'm in there 2 months, man. And every day that I woke up, I was just shaking my head. And I was writing to myself, say, when I get out of here, this is what I'm gonna do when I get out of jail differently. I'm gonna take every minute of my time and I'm gonna read books and educate myself and do things differently. Now, do you know when I got out of jail, I didn't do what I said I was gonna do? I really took advantage of me getting out and thinking, "Oh, I'm good now." But my mindset was changed for those 2 months that I was in there, and it lets me realize that it only takes one event to change your mind, or one event to change the way you look at life, or one event to change your life from being broke to successful. Just one event. I know people who get in trouble. Sometimes they just wish they can go back and be like, "I wish I wouldn't have just made that decision," right? And you guys making a decision to create your own business and start your own company and create your own website is one of the biggest decisions that you can ever make. And let's say you spend 500 bucks and you don't make a dime. At least you can say that you gave it your all and you tried. But I will tell you, if you spend money with me, and the only thing that I'm going to ask for you is that you don't give up, you're going to be successful. I'm not telling you from what I've heard. I'm not telling you from what I think. I'm telling you from a product of what I'm saying. I'm a product of what I teach, meaning I listen to myself and I implement it and it works. I'm the case study. I went from having nothing to being, one of the actually the wealthiest person in my family. I don't have family members in there. I have doctors, lawyers in my family, and I don't have anybody in my family that net worth is more than mine. And they have more education than me. They've been to school longer than me. They're older than me. So technically, they're supposed to be more well off than me, but they don't have what I have. And that's not to brag or say I'm better than anybody, but it's just saying is that you are worth what you feel like you're worth. If you feel like you one of them type of guys or girls that's only worth 500 a night on a pole, what's what you're worth? When I used to go to strip clubs, I used to ask girls, What you make every week?" I'm like, "Why he asking me that?" Because I was just curious. And then I remember I used to go to strip clubs and I used to tell girls, they'd be like, "Oh, I make 500 a day, a night. Sometimes when it's good, I do 1,000. That's good." And so I calculated, you work Monday through Friday. That's five, what? One, two, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. That's 5 grand. That's 5 grand a week. That's 20,000 a month. That's a lot of money. And the first thing I used to say, I was like, why is this man coming in here preaching to me? And I used to say this to every stripper that I used to go to. I was like, look, if you're making that much money, do you really want to do this? Why don't you take that money that you're making and create your business? Why don't you sell stripper shoes to these other strippers and get your website? I used to be in strip clubs doing business, trying to do business. And I used to tell people, look, man, you can make a lot of money in these strip clubs. You can sell hair and all kinds. I remember I used to be in Miami. It was when I first started out producing hair from out of China. And I had my manufacturer there. I used to go in the Miami strip clubs in the dressing room selling hair where everybody booty butt bone naked. And girls be like, come on in, Anthony. What you got on you? Y'all ain't gonna believe it. It used to be so funny. But first of all, when I go to the club, I come correct. I go and spend money. So I'll go there, get a VIP, bring bottles. I have money all over the table, about 20,000, $30,000 worth of cash on the table. I go to the DJ and tell him, hey, I want you to announce that I'm in the house so everybody know who is that guy. You announce our name about 5 times. I used to go in the club and be like, tell them the name of the company. They say the company 5 times. I used to be in the dressing rooms selling hair. I was a hustler. I didn't discriminate where I had to sell hair at. Wherever I had to sell hair, that's where I would go. And women have money, especially when they're dancing. Dudes giving them $1,000. Some dudes giving two, they caking. So of course they got money to spend immediately. There's so many businesses that you can do online to generate and create you income and make you successful. You just got to open up your mind. That's it. Just open your mind up. If you open your mind up, it's limitless potential, right? Every day I wake up, I always tell people I will be a billionaire. Within a 5-year period, I'm going to be a billionaire. How I'm going to get there, I already know. Here, this is it. Because guess what? I'm not going to stop until the world knows Lime Soft. Here's the difference between me and you. And I'm talking to those people who are not where they want to be. This is the difference between me and you. The difference between me and you is I don't stop until I reach my goal. Some days I can wake up and I can make a goose egg. And the average person, when they make a goose egg, they be like, whoa, it's me. I want to kill myself. How am I going to survive? I got rent due tomorrow. Oh, I got all these bills due. And make them all get in line until you get it right. If you can't listen, if you can't pay your bills, don't go out there and jump off no building because you can't pay your bill. Just don't pay them. Pay what's important to you. People get all caught up in, oh, my credit's gonna be bad. I ain't gonna be able to buy nothing. Long as you got cash, you can buy anything you want. Do y'all hear me? Yes, we need good credit. But if you ain't got it, don't let that be a downfall of your business or a downfall of your success because your credit is not good and you looking at other people and they got good credit. They had to start from somewhere. So you're going to do the exact same thing. You're going to start from somewhere. I don't care how old you are. You can be 60 years old and you can still be a millionaire. There's not a timeline for you to be successful. You got people who wanted to be artists and wanted to sing, and they wait till they're 60 years old to sign a record deal. I mean, I don't know who's signing record deals these days, but the point is that never give up. The number one thing about success is that you can't give up. Listen, the reason why I know I can't lose, even after people pray over, like pray about bad about me, I've had women put roots on me, like find root workers to put roots on me, and all that stuff that they did, it couldn't affect my sanity. Now it slowed me down when I got roots put on me twice by the same woman, and boy, it slowed me the hell down for about 6 months. But it didn't stop me. Because one thing about me is I'm never gonna quit. As long as I can breathe and there's breath that's coming out of my body, you can't stop me. Y'all hear me? This mind is churning all the time. And there's been some days where I've had zero goose egg, no money made. Even now. But does that put a damper on my vision of saying that I'm gonna be a billionaire? No, I don't wake up and say, well, I can't be a billionaire now. I made money yesterday. Can't make no billion now because I ain't got the right outfit to be presentable in front of people. Why I can't make no money now? Because I don't have no team to start up. I can't make no money now because I'm too fat and I'm scared to do videos. Excuses. Listen, one thing that I found out is people don't care what you look like when you got money. They don't even see you. They see money. I've been places all over the world and I've gotten well respected by celebrities. I got well respected by people in higher levels in business only because my presentation. I've been in Miami hanging with basketball NBA star. I'm a big dude myself, but I've been in Miami hanging with basketball stars, and they thought I was somebody because the way I carried myself. And I was clean, jumping out of a Rolls, had a Rolls and a Maserati. I had two cars and one for each day. So if you see me physically or aesthetically, and you see that I jump out of Rolls and a Maserati, and I can choose which one I want to drive, and I walk in, I don't even speak to you. I look at you, but I don't speak. You automatically assume, who is this guy? Who is this? I ain't never seen him in nothing. I don't see him on TV, but he got money. What do he do? It's how you carry yourself. And what you should do is be successful. You got to carry a successful attitude. You got to carry a successful mantra. Everywhere you go, you need swag. Y'all guys know what swag? I might be talking to a lot of old people because we on multiple platforms. But if I'm on Facebook, it's old people. LinkedIn, I think it's older people. TikTok, it's all young folk. Young people, I don't know if that's an old word now, swag. That's what they used to say. But wherever you go, you got to have swag. You got to have confidence. You got to let people know I'm that dude or I'm that girl. Y'all look at the WNBA, Caitlin Clark. Everybody hating on her, and she making the WNBA the most popular sport that it has ever been. To over 20,000 people come and watch this one girl. You know why? Caitlin got swag. She knows she that it person. She knows she the Steph Curry of the WNBA. And that doesn't take anything away from any other good players that have been doing it for a long time. But she is the Steph Curry of the WNBA. And so now all eyes are on her. That is how you have to be with your business, guys. All eyes need to be on you. And the first thing to do that is you need to be in Google. You need to be with a company that knows how to do it. A company that can take you from zero to being a hero overnight. And that's what we do, right? You can have all the product in the world, but if nobody sees it, it's useless. You can have the best invention in the world, but if nobody sees it, it's useless. A idea is no good until it's seen. Do y'all hear me? And I'm making this stuff up as I go. I could probably be a rapper, right? So it doesn't matter what idea you have, it's no good if it's not seen by anyone. It's just an idea. You ever had an idea that was a great idea, and then you waited and you held it for a long time, and then someone else came up with that same idea and made millions of dollars? Like, dang it, if I would have just said something. That's happened to me like 50 times. Right? All you need is an idea, but you need to implement it and you need to put it in action, right? You can have all the ideas you want, but if you don't put them in action, guys, they're just going to sit right here dead. They're not going to move. You have to put it into motion. And once you put it into motion, guys, the rest is history. When most people were moving from California, I was moving to California because I always like to do things against the grain. People are moving because they can't afford it. And damn, I can't afford it either, but I'm here because it pushes me to go higher. Now, all those Diddy parties and all that kind of stuff, I don't do because if I did those, I would probably be getting smashed just like everybody else. So I refuse to let things take me away from business. My focus is business. My focus is not women, it's business. Business always comes first. For a woman, your focus shouldn't be a man. You should get your paper right first, and then they will come. Once you get your money right, you are not going, you're going to have a plethora of people in your face every day. Just get your paper right. Once you get your paper right, you don't have to worry about friends. The fake ones, they coming. And you're going to need some fake friends around you, but keep them in their place. Right. So I want you guys to move up to the next level with me because I'm going with or without you. I'm taking my product that I'm selling, which is my sites, which is my SEO, which is my available ability to get you to the top of Google and make you sales. That's what I'm selling. And I'm selling it to myself. As you guys know, if you don't know me, the only thing I talk about now these days, even though I made millions of dollars in e-commerce, is real estate. And if you ask me, have I closed the real estate in the past 6 years? My answer is no. I haven't even practiced real estate. But the reason why I'm helping people get to where they need to be in e-commerce, because once you become successful in one thing, you can now go to what you really want to do. And this is what I'm doing in my business. I'm taking e-commerce and I mastered it. And now I'm transitioning over into real estate. And so I'm going to be using my business to promote and generate income or leads for my business. Because you can tell people all day that, oh, I can make you successful. I can make you all this money. But if you are not a product of your own product, if you're not a person that uses your own product, how can you tell other people I can make you successful? I just showed you guys physically that I took a site a month and a half and I'm the first company in Google with this soap. How many other people can tell you and show you proof and say, I'm number one in Google? Not many. Do you know how many businesses are in the world? There's millions of businesses, and I'm number one in Google. If you type in limestone Irish and sea moss, guess who comes up, baby? Limesoft.com, limesoftssoaps.com. It's because we know what we're doing, we know how to do it, and we know how to get to the money. You know, if you want to be successful, you hang around successful people. If you want to be successful, you listen to successful people. You're always going to have those people around you that want you to be miserable with them. Like if you're a girl and you're hanging out with other girls that cheat and you're happy and you have a good man, those girls that are cheating on their man, they don't like your happiness. So guess what they're going to tell you? Girl, are you stupid? You should cheat. Girl, he don't want you going to no club. You grown. You better go, girl, and do your thing because they're unhappy. So they want to pull you in with their unhappiness. And so when you're mad with your man, they gone. Vice versa with men. You got your homeboys trying to take you out to the strip club and go have sex after the strip club. And at the meantime, your girl's sitting at home cooking for you and massaging you when you get home and doing everything you want, giving you fellatio when you need it, drinking everything she wants from you, and you still looking for something that's imaginary. You know, a lot of people have been looking for perfect stuff all their life. There ain't no perfect people out here in this world. There ain't no perfect situation in this world. And everything that you see online that looks perfect, you better take a second look, maybe even a third look. What does it cost to get you there? What are you willing to give up to get you there? That's the truth. That's the real question. What are you willing to give up? Are you willing to give up your time going to the club to be an entrepreneur? Are you willing to give up all those men that's smashing with you to get where you need to get? Are you willing to get rid of those relationships of people who are dragging you down and pulling you down versus building you up? Are you ready to ostracize all those people? I use big words, man, because I used to read the dictionary when I was a kid. Are you ready to get rid of all those people out of your life? Are you ready to get rid of all that negativity and just focus on you? Because listen, every day that you get up, every day that you wake up and the sun hits you in your face and you wake up out of that bed, You need to always stay positive. I don't care if you're not making money daily. It doesn't matter. You continue to do it until you make something. And you're gonna have all these outside people telling you, you know what I'm saying? You've been doing this stuff and you've not been successful for the past 10 years. I don't care if it takes 32 years, you still living and breathing every day. If you can live and you can breathe in it every day, you still have an opportunity to make money. But what kills me is that I hear people talk about so much negative stuff and they're not doing anything to help you. You can criticize, but you can't help. You can tell me where I'm wrong, but you can't help. You know, when you point at somebody, look how many fingers point back at you. One, two, three. Three fingers are pointing right back at you. So you got to realize everybody can always criticize, but they can't help. If you can't help me, your words mean nothing. They mean absolutely nothing. It's just dead words. If you cannot help me get to my next level, then why am I talking to you? And a lot of people call me bougie, right? And the reason they call me bougie is because I don't have a lot of time to talk to people who are talking about nonsense. I don't go in the club and buy the bar. I don't do that. There was some point I used to when I was younger, but at a point you get to a certain age, guys, you don't want to do that no more. You just want to make money and you want to live good and take care of your family. I just want to be able to get up and go travel and not have to say, "Oh, well, I'm going to this man's job tomorrow." If I want to get up and go to Fiji, I go and book it immediately. I don't care how much the ticket costs. I book it and I go. And if I want to work while I'm in Fiji, I can. If I don't, I don't. This is life, guys. This is freedom. This is how you become successful, following the blueprint. You don't have to recreate the wheel, it's already done. How can you not be successful following successful people unless you're stupid? And even if you're stupid, if you follow the instructions, you're still gonna make money. Now, I ain't the smartest tool in the shed, but I do know how to listen and follow instructions. And when I listen and follow instructions, I make money. I'm like, wait a minute now. Wait a freaking minute. You mean to tell me I can get online and I can find a product and sell it and make $100,000? Come on, man. When I found that out, I was like, what? I can literally do this product and then make six figures? And me as a black boy coming up in a poor city, Waynesboro, Georgia, six figures, man, is like rich because everything is cheap there. Most of my hometown people, they get married or they shack, they buy a double wide trailer and put it on a piece of land and pay rent in my hometown, and they live happily ever after. Just that's my hometown. So if you can just focus for just one day on setting your business up proper, following the blueprint that I give you, not rebuttaling and, well, no, it ain't gonna work here. Just follow the instructions. And I can guarantee you're gonna see a big difference. See where you go from zero to a hero overnight. Well, guys, that's my time. I've been on here for an hour. I just wanted to really briefly come on here real quick and kind of give you guys some pointers on setting up your website with us this month so we can take you guys' company to the next level. Right now, we got about 80 websites that we have managed to sign up with people for in this past year. So I want to thank all 80 customers who get it, who actually understand that you need to have a site and you need to deal with us in order for us to help you become successful. All right. So, guys, that's it for me. I want to thank you guys. You're going to be on this video after it's said and done and recorded because you don't want me seeing you watching it. But take this video and don't take it with a grain of salt. I want you to take it in sincerity and honesty. I want you to implement it. Get a website. Let us help you guys with a website so we can help you be successful. Again, thank you. I'm your CEO, Octavian Anthony. Peace, one love. Until I see you guys again.